ETF fund is the biggest, and that's trebled in size since January last year. So January it's gone up to about 14 billion. And if you assume that they've got around 10%, they can buy up to obviously 20% of a company, but if they've got on average around 10% in the top 30 gold stocks, that would probably put them around sort of 2.2 billion. So the ETFs are probably $2 to $3 billion in the Australian market, and they've gone from a standing start literally over the last couple of years. I think there's a huge amount to come. There's the ETFs that have been out there are quite full, and I think we'll see more coming into the market. But the crazy thing is that you've got the haves and the have-nots. Those companies that qualify to meet an ETF investment, and recently the Van Eck ETF is the case in point, where they've recalibrated. They did have a threshold where you needed to have a minimum 1.5 billion market cap before they'd invest. They've recalibrated that to about 3 billion. So a lot of companies have been dropped out, and you get dropped like a stone. And if they hold 10% or 15% of you, it gets sold on the market. But the difference in valuation and your cost of capital, if you're supported by an ETF, is significantly greater than if you're outside. So I think what we're seeing now is the haves and the have-nots. The valuation premium that you get if you're in the ETFs light is terrific, and there may well be the trigger for some mergers and acquisitions. We haven't seen much M&A in the resource sector for some time. There used to be many deals a year, now it's sort of 1 or 2 a year. But I think the premium that the ETFs are now putting onto the top stocks compared to the ones that just fall outside should enable and empower senior executives and CEOs to take advantage of that premium, that lower cost of capital, and maybe embark on some M&A. And I think we will see the valuation pick up. So even though people might be outside the ETFs, I think the whole market's going to benefit in many respects from the role of the ETFs.